There's a profound truth that often remains unspoken. The facades we present can fool those around us for years. Yet, it's not the grand gestures or carefully rehearsed speeches that unveil our authentic selves. It's the subtle, unguarded actions we take when no one is watching. In these quiet, fleeting moments, when there's nothing to gain or prove, a person's true character emerges. Consider the warmth of a genuine smile shared with a stranger, the grace exhibited during an unexpected delay, or the kindness extended when there's no reward in sight. These small acts resonate louder than any words ever could. They reveal the essence of who we are, our capacity for kindness, respect, and empathy. The Stoic philosophers, over 2 millennia ago, understood this principle better than most. They recognized that real integrity isn't about appearances, but consistent behavior. Marcus Aurelius, one of history's greatest Stoics, distilled this wisdom into a simple yet powerful directive. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. This isn't just advice, it's a clarion call to action. It reminds us that virtue doesn't need an audience, and true moral strength shines brightest in solitude. Seneca echoed this sentiment when he urged, "Treat your inferior as you would wish your superior to treat you." At its core, this idea challenges us to examine how we interact with others, especially those who hold no power over us. Our treatment of them speaks volumes about our values. It's easy to appear kind when there's something to gain or someone to impress. But real virtue reveals itself when there's nothing at stake, no applause, no recognition. Think of the overlooked daily interactions, thanking a barista, smiling at a delivery driver, or helping someone carry a heavy load. These seemingly insignificant acts carry far greater weight than we often realize. They demonstrate a deep respect for humanity, transcending social hierarchies and superficial distinctions. As Marcus Aurelius wisely observed, "What injures the hive, injures the bee." When we neglect to uplift others, we harm not only them, but also ourselves, severing the threads of connection that bind us together. Conversely, every small act of compassion strengthens the web of human solidarity. Yet, when someone treats others dismissively, a rude comment to a cashier, impatience with a service worker, it exposes a lack of empathy, entitlement, and disregard for another's dignity. Even brief encounters like brushing past someone on a busy street offer a window into someone's soul. A compassionate individual might respond with a gentle word or smile, while someone self-centered may react with irritation. These unscripted moments reveal how we navigate the world and whether we approach it with grace or grievance. The Stoics remind us that while we cannot control external events, we always have agency over our responses. And it's those responses, how we handle inconvenience, frustration, or adversity, that define our principles and values. Whether it's extending patience during a long wait, showing empathy without expecting anything in return, or treating even the smallest exchanges with care, these moments shape our character. Modern Stoicism encourages us to focus on what lies within our control, our actions, words, and attitudes. By embracing virtues such as kindness, respect, and empathy, we create a ripple effect that extends beyond our immediate circle, fostering harmony and understanding. Life tests us not just through monumental challenges, but also through minor irritations, the endless lines, delayed trains, spotty internet connections. How we respond to these everyday frustrations reveals much about our emotional resilience and self-mastery. Epictetus captured this insight perfectly. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. The next time you find yourself exasperated by a trivial inconvenience, see it as an opportunity to practice patience and emotional discipline. These moments serve as mirrors, reflecting our inner fortitude and capacity for growth. The beauty of Stoic philosophy lies in its ability to transform ordinary moments into opportunities for virtue. When we cultivate patience amid chaos, we not only deepen our emotional maturity, but also inspire those around us to do the same. Calmness is contagious. It fosters trust and diffuses tension. True resilience isn't demonstrated when everything goes according to plan. It's revealed when life throws curveballs our way. By choosing to respond with grace and equanimity, we not only elevate ourselves, but also contribute to a more compassionate and interconnected world. In life, we're constantly faced with small inconveniences, glitches in technology, mix-ups at restaurants, or minor hiccups in our carefully laid plans. Some individuals navigate these disruptions with poise, exuding calmness that soothes those around them. Their steadiness becomes contagious, creating an atmosphere of peace and stability. This serene approach not only shapes how they handle the situation, but also influences their relationships and interactions. On the other hand, there are those who react impulsively, allowing frustration to take over and amplifying negativity in their environment. The difference is stark. Wouldn't you rather be surrounded by people who remain composed under pressure? But here's the deeper truth. How we respond to these moments isn't just about managing external circumstances. It's a reflection of how we treat ourselves and safeguard our own inner world. As Seneca wisely noted, "A man is as unhappy as he has convinced himself he is." When we fixate on trivial frustrations, a misplaced key, a long line, a slow driver, we magnify their impact. But when we rise above such irritations, we reclaim control over our emotional state. How often do we let petty annoyances steal our peace of mind? Do these fleeting inconveniences truly deserve to consume our energy? Is it worth sacrificing our serenity for something so insignificant? Here's a challenge. The next time a minor disruption arises, pause and ask yourself, does this really warrant my energy? Then, consider responding in a way that aligns with your values. These seemingly small moments offer opportunities to practice patience, sharpen emotional intelligence, and build resilience. Every time we choose to respond with grace and intention, we fortify our ability to face life's bigger challenges. Now, let's talk about time. The one resource every person shares equally, yet one we too often squander without thought. Unlike money or possessions, time cannot be replenished once it's gone. How we manage our time speaks volumes about our character. Are we reliable, respectful, and intentional? Or do we waste not only our own time but also that of others? Seneca reminds us, we are tight-fisted with property and money, yet think too little of wasting time, the one thing about which we should all be the toughest misers. When we waste time, we disrespect the most precious gift we've been given. Are we honoring our commitments, showing up fully for others, investing our time in meaningful pursuits, or letting it slip away on distractions that add no value to our lives? Consider someone who consistently shows up on time, prepared, and ready to contribute. Their actions speak of respect, integrity, and an understanding that time is a shared resource, not solely ours to claim. Conversely, someone who is perpetually late, unprepared, or dismissive of others' schedules reveals more than poor planning. They demonstrate a lack of accountability and consideration. Punctuality and follow-through aren't merely logistical habits, they reflect deeper values. A person who keeps their promises even when inconvenient demonstrates trustworthiness and reliability. They understand that breaking a commitment erodes trust and diminishes their word. The Stoics believed actions carry more weight than words. As Epictetus said, "Don't explain your philosophy, embody it." By consistently meeting obligations, you don't just talk about your values, you live them. You show respect for time, for others, and for yourself. Time management is also a measure of empathy. Valuing others' time reflects fairness and respect. Picture a colleague who always arrives on time, fully prepared and eager to contribute. Their behavior fosters collaboration and mutual respect. In contrast, someone who habitually delays or disrupts others sends a message of disregard. Your relationship with time reveals much about your priorities and your character. So, embrace each moment, no matter how small, as an opportunity to grow. Choose grace over frustration, purpose over distraction, and respect over negligence. Over time, these choices will shape not only your habits and mindset, but also the legacy you leave behind. A life rooted in peace, balance, and unwavering integrity. This individual embodies trustworthiness and cultivates collaboration, setting an example for others to follow. Conversely, someone who squanders the time of others or perpetually makes excuses erodes the collective efforts of the team. Seneca, with timeless wisdom, once said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." How we steward our time, both ours and that of others, is a direct reflection of how deeply we cherish life itself. So pause and ask yourself, are you honoring your commitments? Are you living intentionally? If the answer feels uncertain, remember this: it's never too late to begin anew. The Stoics didn't preach perfection. They championed progress. Each new day presents an opportunity to align your actions with your core values. Consider this. How do you treat time when no one is observing, when there's no external accountability? It's in these quiet, unguarded moments that our true character shines through. The Stoics taught that virtue isn't about seeking public recognition. It's about living in harmony with your principles, even when no one is watching. Think about the small, seemingly insignificant acts, the choice to return a shopping cart to its designated spot when no one notices, or picking up litter, though no one will thank you. These gestures matter because they reveal a mindset that prioritizes shared responsibility over personal convenience. In taking that extra step, you demonstrate integrity and respect, not just for others, but also for yourself. This is the essence of leading a virtuous life. Stoic integrity transcends what we do under the gaze of others. It's defined by who we are when no one else is around. The Stoics believed that our unseen actions, the ones hidden from view, have the power to shape not only how we engage with the world, but also how we perceive ourselves. Seneca, a towering figure among Stoic philosophers, emphasized that genuine happiness stems from cultivating a strong moral character, one that remains steadfast, irrespective of external validation. When we live in alignment with our values, the inner peace we cultivate surpasses any fleeting applause or superficial approval. In today's hyper-connected world, where social media often dictates our sense of worth, it's easy to become consumed by the pursuit of likes, comments, and shares. Yet Stoicism invites us to look inward. Ask yourself, are you the same person in private as you are in public? If your private conduct doesn't mirror the image you project outwardly, perhaps it's time for recalibration. True integrity lies in those small, selfless deeds, performed without expectation of reward. Holding the door open for a stranger, assisting a neighbor anonymously, or contributing quietly to a meaningful cause. As Marcus Aurelius wisely noted, the greatest form of retaliation is refusing to resemble those who wronged you. Virtue, he reminded us, carries its own intrinsic reward. These unseen moments, these silent choices, lay the groundwork for a life marked by honesty, compassion, and accountability. Acting with integrity and solitude builds trust with others, and more crucially, fosters a deeper connection with oneself. Such trust bestows a profound sense of confidence and serenity, untouched by the chaos swirling around us. Reflect on this. When no one is watching, who are you? Do your actions reflect the person you aspire to be, or do they paint a different picture altogether? Stoicism teaches that true strength doesn't stem from external affirmation, but from mastering oneself. Those subtle, personal decisions, the ones made behind closed doors, define the kind of person we ultimately become. By striving for congruence between our private and public lives, we forge a legacy rooted in authenticity, trust, and unwavering integrity. Power, regardless of its form, magnifies character. Whether it manifests as authority over an organization, influence within a group, or control in personal relationships, power unveils what already resides within us. The Stoics understood this truth profoundly. They believed that authentic leadership flows from humility, empathy, and service, not domination or coercion. When power is wielded with kindness and fairness, it earns not only respect, but also admiration. Consider a leader who truly listens to their team, values every contribution, and creates an environment where growth and collaboration thrive. Such a leader's influence is a testament to their strength of character, a reflection of inner fortitude and self-awareness. Contrast this with those who wield power to dominate, manipulate, or diminish others. Their actions betray insecurity and a lack of personal mastery. Though they may appear in control at the moment, their behavior gradually erodes trust and respect, leaving behind a legacy of fractured relationships. Even in the smallest interactions, like deciding who gets the last piece of cake or which activity the group will pursue, our use of power reveals our true nature. Are we lifting others up, or are we serving only ourselves? Marcus Aurelius wisely reminded himself, "Do not act as if you were going to live 10,000 years. Life is fleeting, and each choice we make carries profound significance. True power lies not in controlling others but in using our influence for good, for building, inspiring, and uplifting those around us." So, when you find yourself in a position of authority, whether in your personal life, professional setting, or leadership role, pause and ask, am I using this opportunity to empower others, or am I allowing my ego to take the reins? Stoicism teaches that real power stems from mastering ourselves, not from subjugating others. By leading with empathy, fairness, and humility, we cultivate genuine respect and forge bonds of lasting trust. How we exercise power, particularly when no one is watching, serves as a litmus test of our character. Power itself is neither inherently virtuous nor corrupt. It is simply a tool. What matters most is how we choose to wield it. Let us commit to using our influence not to dominate or inflate our egos, but to create, inspire, and serve. For true strength does not reside in control, but in the wisdom and integrity with which we guide others. The Stoics remind us that character is revealed not through grand declarations, but through quiet actions, the ones taken when no audience is present. When we strive to embody kindness, patience, and unwavering integrity, we uncover deeper truths about others while shaping the best version of ourselves. Thank you for joining me on this journey toward growth and resilience. Reflect often on these timeless principles and remember, the measure of your character is found in the choices you make when no one else is watching.